Let me ask you something you probably don't think about every day. When you look at another business in your town and you see a busy parking lot, customers walking in and out, what do you actually think? Most people think they must know something I don't. So you watch them, you copy what they do, you run the same ads, you post the same things on social media, and you put up the same kind of signage. And you wonder why it doesn't work the same way for you. My name is Michel Casista, and after losing $163,000 on a failed coffee shop, I'm still working overtime as a welder at the sawmill, trying to pay that debt off today. And what I'm about to share took me 20 years and a business failure to understand. And I don't want you to go through what I went through. And the best way I can show you what I mean is to take you back to something that happened long before the coffee shop. When I was in welding school, about 3 weeks in, my instructor pulled me aside and he told me he didn't think that this was the right path for me. I was too slow, too far behind. But I didn't quit. Not because I was passionate about welding, just because I wasn't a quitter. And between year 1 and year 2, I found a job in a fabrication shop. And for 2 months, I built real things. I made mistakes. I got corrected. I learned from a guy who had been doing this for years. When I walked back into that classroom in September, I was a different person. At the end of that course, my instructor drove 45 minutes to my work placement site. He talked to the owner. He did my evaluation. And then he pulled me aside again. But this time, he apologized. He told me he was wrong about me. And you have no idea what that short conversation felt like after everything that had happened, right? And here's the thing. In welding, I accepted being a beginner. I got coached. I followed a system. I learned the fundamental first. And in business, I did none of that. Almost 2 decades later, I bought a coffee shop. And I tried to market it the way I had watched other businesses market. I saw a billboard on the highway and I thought we needed visibility. I heard someone say direct mail was cheap, so I tried it. People kept saying post on social media. I went running home and told my wife. She told me we already had a Facebook page and I didn't even know it existed. I was so far behind, I couldn't even find my emails on the computer without asking my kids. And one night, after the coffee shop had closed and the employee went home, me and my wife sat there and folded 5,000 menus by hand. Like, our hands were cramping. We were falling asleep between menus. It was past 11 o'clock at night. And then the next morning, I drove them to the post office and mailed one to every mailbox in town. You can probably guess what happened. They went in the garbage because we didn't have an offer. We didn't give anyone a reason to walk through our door. We didn't know how to write words that made people actually want to come in. So long story short, the coffee shop ended up failing and we were left with $163,000 in debt. And I still carry that with me every single day. When I finally understood why, it hit me hard. In welding, I did everything right. And in business, I did none of it. I respected welding enough to get coached, but I didn't respect business enough to do the same thing. Most small-town businesses you see are not thriving. They're surviving. They're running the same guesses you're running. They're resetting every single Monday. You're not copying success. you're copying survival. And you can't see the difference because you can only see the surface. And nobody is going to tell you because the people around you are in the same boat. I came to realize the problem was never effort. It was never location. It was never the size of the town. It was that nobody had ever shown me the structure underneath. And here's what I see now. Looking back, the internet changed business. Social media changed business. Now AI is changing business faster than ever again. And most small town business owners already feel overwhelmed trying to keep up. That's exactly why the principles matter more now, not less. Because tools changes constantly, but human behavior doesn't. After the coffee shop failed, I started learning from guys like Dan Kennedy and Russell Brunson. And what hit me was that business has principle underneath. The same way welding does. There's a science to who your customer is and what they actually want. There's a way to build offers that give people a reason to come back. And none of this is complicated, but you have to know it exists before you can use it. And right now, Russell Brunson is running the AI Secret Challenge. This is not a tech course. It's not another AI tool to keep up with. It's built on the same principle that I've worked for decades. And every time I go through one of Russell's challenges, I come out sharper. And this time was no different. And at the time of this recording, this challenge is still free. I will leave a link in the description. It's an affiliate link. That means if you ever purchase anything through it, I may earn a commission at no extra cost to you. But right now, go check it out. It costs you nothing. And if you know another small town business owners who is working harder than they should be just to survive, share this video with them. This is the conversation nobody in your town is having. And subscribe, because next week I'm going to show you why your business resets every single week and what to do about it. Most small town businesses are playing the reset game. They open, they hope they survive the next week, and Monday comes and they start over. The one who break out of it are not smarter. They're not luckier. They're not in bigger towns. Somebody just finally showed them the blueprint. And that's what this channel is about. If that's you, you're in the right place.